What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this. So the URL just revealed the return of Daylyte coming back to the URL to be on. We don't know yet if it's going to be a main stage, a small room, but Gnome 10. Is there such thing as Gnome being in a small room? You can't do Gnome in no small room. I'm sorry. We can't do that. Damn, where my gavel at, man? No, 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 no. We can't do Gnome in a small room. Gnome have to be done on the main stage because that's what Gnome is about. Night of main events. It's not a smack volume. It's not a band legacy. It's not a Born Legacy Supreme. This is one of the major events, and you can't switch and change things up just because you're desperate to make things happen. You have to learn how to improvise and do things differently. But that's another story. Let's get back to the Daylyte. So Daylyte make his return back to the URL, man. How do I feel about this? I have bitter emotions on this. On one hand, I'm happy about it because I definitely want to see him on the URL main stage. I want to see him with his head screwed on right, that he focused after seeing so many of those antics and shenanigans that he used to do when he was just trying to do whatever it took to be successful in another way by being acknowledged in battle rap. He wanted to be successful for something else other than battle rap. He figured that if he do some foolish, goofy, stupid things like that, that it'll go viral over the internet, get him a lot of exposure, and with that he will become some internet icon. But that didn't happen for him, and that was not the case for him. And it ended up staying in his battle rap career. It ended up actually tarnishing it, and it hurt him. Now, since he see that didn't work for him, maybe we can get a more focused Daylyte, a person who actually now going to take battle rap real serious and not going to sabotage a lot of these battles, who not going to not show up, who's not going to be doing a lot of foul, stupid, foolish antics that just don't comply with what battle rap is. But I'm happy to see him come back because I know his potential. I know what he got. I know what he can do. One of my favorite battles of all time, one of them is Daylyte versus Clips, and it's mainly for the most part Daylyte. So when he in his bag and he want to get in and be creative and do what he do, the man is a superstar, hands down. But when he do those other things, man, that makes us just despise him, that's another story. Daylyte, to me, have the potential of beating anybody in battle rap if he focused and locked in. We saw how good he can be when he do that. Now, seeing him come back to the URL means a lot because I believe this is what he should be. The best competing against the best. And I want to see how far he can go and how good he could be going up against the best. And could he get a streak going here? I know that this battle this is more than a test. For the URL to put him on Gnome and not putting him in a smaller card, seeing the history of what he did to them, stood them up twice, and now they're giving him a third chance. For them to put him on Gnome, one of the biggest cards ever, I don't know what that conversation was like behind closed doors. I don't know what he promised, what he signed, but I could tell you this, that's a hell of a risk. When he can't follow through on none of his promises, that's a hell of a risk. So whatever they talked about, it was definitely convincing to the point that it was good enough for the URL to put him on the Gnome 10 card with Lux and Surf. Now, again, he definitely a draw. We ain't seen him rap in a long time, so that's going to be big for the URL, that he making his debut appearance on the URL, and that for the most part, he's a killer. I just want to see how the fan receive him. Would he be a fan favorite going into that battle? I want to see how that's why I need Gnome on the main stage. This can't be in a small room. I want to see Daylyte actually perform on the main stage and actually be great at what he do. I need to see this. And if I could get this out of Daylyte, and if Daylyte could put on a stellar performance and do real good, his stock gonna skyrocket, shoot through the window. So Daylyte should know how much this should mean to him. Daylyte should know that this right here is his ticket to success. This right here would be an opportunity for him to catapult his career into actually being great and received and respected as being one of the best MCs. Because you can bet 9 times out of 10, whoever the URL got him going up against, and I have an idea because I heard the conversations and talks and debates and shots. Whoever he going up against is going to be a killer. It's going to be a superstar. It's on the Gnome card, so it ain't going to be no small, rinky-dink type dude. It's going to be a killer, a big name with a big brand. So I'm definitely mindful of that. And I'm just telling you what I know. If you can get a focused Daylyte, whoever he go up against gonna be in trouble. The bad thing about it is he still can't be trusted because he haven't been proven yet. That's what I mean by I have mixed emotions on this. He haven't been proven yet. And he's a clout chaser. And he's a person who actually really um, got a lot to learn about life. He have a lot to learn about loyalty. He have a lot to learn about that because that means a lot. What people don't get is when you do things to others that's shifty and shady, you have to understand you become your own first victim to yourself and your family and what you represent. Before a thief can steal from somebody else, he must first learn how to betray himself. Same thing with you. When you doing things to this magnitude where it destroys your name and give you a bad name and hurt your legacy and your brand, what you are doing is killing what you build. You are destroying what you build. You are allowing yourself to be looked at as being a person who actually don't follow through, not a man of your words, cannot be relied upon, and the only people who actually continue to give you chance after chance after chance is people who see opportunity and hope in you. But you got to want it for yourself. You got to want it for yourself. And at the end of the day, him coming back to battle rap, think he got a lot to prove. If I was the URL, man, we would have had to make a deal, man. Before I put him on a gnome, just me, before I put him on a gnome, he would have to prove, man, to me something. Because I hadn't gotten anything from him. He'd have to prove something. His word at this point is not good enough. And niggas don't care about getting sued in court. They ain't got nothing anyway. You think we care about, we only care about court when we actually facing time and got real felonies on us. But when you just telling me you taking me to court because I didn't rap and you suing me, man, who cares? In fact, I'm not going to even be at court. Tell them to sue me because I ain't got nothing to give you anyway. So me, I would need more assurance than that. I would need more assurance than that. I think Daylyte not only owed the URL, I think he also owned the battle. He owed the battle rap community, his fans and supporters as a whole. He owed him an apology and a genuine explanation, man. Um, and he need to let it be known. The era of his ways and how he's so much now more different than he was back then. And like I said, I think one of the reasons why I believe he more humble now because he saw that stuff didn't work for him. So he burnt all them bridges. He sabotaged all those battles. He did all them shameful things, man, and none of that stuff really helped him like that. It didn't. So with that being said, it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment. That's the question. It's yours. Hit the link in the description box and subscribe to Battle Truth and join my Patreon. I'm finna drop like 5 new bangers on there either tonight or tomorrow. God bless every last one of y'all out there, man. It's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my Jeff, and that's some question. It's yours.